Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today on the Black Financial Channel, what I want to do very quickly is I want to go through 5 rules of investing, 5 things that you want to follow if you want to be financially successful, if you want to be okay economically, if you want to find yourself in a good position, then these are some things that you can do that will put you ahead of the economic curve. Now, as I come in, do me a favor, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Yoshika, how are you? I see you, Yoshika. Good to see you, girl. You know what? I can tell you this: a lot of you may have not seen me on Facebook for a while, and that's because I've had some issues with Facebook and Instagram, but and I don't know why. I don't think I'm a dangerous guy or anything, but then again, when you're very pro-black, that can be seen as dangerous, which I don't understand that. However, I am here, and I'm really happy to see you, Yoshika, because you were a person that I saw quite often. I didn't see you as much on YouTube. So if you want to stay in touch with me, these one thing I can tell you is these social media platforms are not always as reliable as we want them to be, and so we actually have backup methods to stay connected. So if you want to receive, stock tips and stuff like that, and meet with me every morning, we do financial consciousness training every day. Text the word morning to 87948. Pull out your phone, text the word morning to 87948. I can't promise I'll be on Facebook forever. I had an Instagram page, had 600,000 followers on Instagram, and then one day the page just disappeared. And fortunately, we're prepared for these things. I have probably 100 different platforms that I can go live on at any moment. So we were always prepared because we always talk about diversification as an important rule of investing. But if you want to stay connected, text the word morning to 87948, and I'll invite you to my free class basically called Financial Consciousness Training. We do this every single morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 days a week, and it's free to you, free to your family. It will change your life. Like, for example, just today, I laid out the Black Wealth Master Plan, which will ensure that your children will never, ever, ever have a financial problem. I'm a financial scientist. In case you don't know my background, I got my PhD at The Ohio State University in finance. I also taught at Syracuse University, Indiana University, The Ohio State University, etc. Give me a quick yes if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And let me just hop into this so you guys can go on about your busy day. So I'm going to give you 5 quick rules of investing to kind of keep in mind as you become an investor. Investing is tough. A lot of people think that it's an ATM machine that you're just going to make money all the time. And it's not like that. You have a lot of people that will tell you not to invest because they invested and they lost money. And a lot of times the reason they lost money is because they did it wrong. They lost money because they broke one of these rules. So I'm going to give you some rules that I believe in that will protect you in terms of understanding what you're getting into. The first rule, the number one rule, the biggest rule of investing of all time is diversify, diversify, diversify. You have to spread your money out. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. There was a guy named Quentin Portis who played for the Washington Redskins. Let me know if you remember the story of Quentin Portis, or if you remember him if you're a sports fan. Quentin Portis had the highest contract, the highest pay. He was the highest paid player in the entire NFL. He was the highest paid running back in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. And Clinton Portis literally, what he did was he gave all his money to an investment advisor who lost it all. And so Clinton was literally like thinking about going to kill this man. Like, he literally was outside this man's office with a gun, basically saying, like, I'm gonna go in here and take this dude out because he stole my money. And I don't doubt that he stole his money. I'm not going to say that Clinton didn't have a point. Shoot, some folks, some folks, you almost feel like they need a little killing, whatever. I'm not advocating for that at all. But that's I understand the sentiment. But when I heard that he lost all his money, the first thing I thought about was, I said, okay, he probably didn't diversify, because it is impossible, people. Mark my words, write this down. It is not possible to lose all your money if you're properly diversified. Do you understand? If you lose all your money, that means your money wasn't spread out enough. You had too much hinging on one business or one investment, and that's just not a healthy way to invest. So I can tell you right now, if that advisor came back and say, I lost all your money, I bet you anything that he wasn't properly diversified, or he was invested in some of what statisticians will refer to as these long tail investments that are these crazy long shots, like my cousin Willie's bowling alley and my uncle Rerun's liquor store and stuff like that. And if you ever want to see an example of that, watch Raising in the Sun. Remember Raising the Sun? Remember Raising the Sun when the daddy had worked his whole life for the life insurance money, and then the son took all the money and put it into Willie's liquor store. And so at the end, he's crying. He's like, Willie, how you go doing like this, Willie. Willie, why you go? Willie, where's Willie? Hey, well, you shouldn't have gave all your money to Willie. Don't give all your money to Willie's liquor store. That's not a sound investment. A diversified portfolio of S&P 500 companies is a great way to start. If you're not sure what to do, if you're stuck a little bit, if you go to blackwealthmasterplan.com, that's where I have the $5 a day investing plan. And also, in fact, this morning on financial consciousness training, I actually strengthened the Black Wealth Master Plan and explained the three things I believe every Black child should have is number one, they should all learn how to start a business by the age of 12, just in case they can't get a job. You can't just depend on other people to employ you. You got to depend on yourself. Number two, every Black child should own stock by the age of 5. 5 years old is actually too late. I believe they should own stock before they're born. Number three, every Black child should be in a position to put a down payment on a property when they're 21 years old. It doesn't mean they have to buy property at 21. It just means that if you do things like the $5 a day investing plan, which is at blackwealthmasterplan.com, then you will have enough money to be able to do that. They'll have 100,000 or more in liquid assets, which will give them a lot of options that other young people don't have. So if you follow this plan, and remember, I'm speaking as a financial scientist. I am not a YouTube influencer. I am not some guy on the internet running his mouth. I am a guy who was teaching college students finance in 1993. That's how old I am. I don't think I look this old. I stay in good shape, but I'm 52. I'm not 22. And so you have a lot of 20-something-year-olds teaching investing, and I can teach you how to buy stock and all that. And I hate to say it, but a lot of them don't know what they're talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. I know the science. If you follow those 3 rules, your kids will never have a financial problem. Your grandkids will be good for life, and they're going to thank you. You know, the ultimate way to show love to your child, give me a yes if you agree, is to prepare them. You know, give me a yes if you agree that the best way for me to really show love to you isn't just to feed you food and tell you I love you. I got to show you. People always talking about I love you, but how you really gonna love me if you throw me out here in a racist society with no assets? How can I think that you really love me when you didn't prepare me, when I'm going through all this pain and all this trauma and all this destructive environment and everything, and you never got me ready for none of this? That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And I'm not saying that your parents didn't love you. And I see Charlene, I see your comment. I'm not saying your parents didn't love you, but I'm saying that, you know, we got to really understand what love is. Love is not just a word. Love is a verb. Love is not just a feeling. Love is actually an action. If I love you, I'm going to do for you. If I love you, I'm going to prepare you. If I love you, I'm going to fight for you. If I love you, I'm going to fight myself. If that means saving you, I'm going to fight myself. I'm going to fight my generational curses. I'm going to fight my liabilities. I'm going to fight my trauma that may cause me to not show up for you properly. I'm going to fight myself in order to love you, to show love to my kids. You know, I fight myself. I say, okay, Boyce, I know you want to give a trauma response. I know that you're mad and you want to cuss somebody out and you want to act like an immature idiot, but no, you're not going to do that because this little girl's looking up to you, and how you treat her is going to affect how she deals with men for the rest of her life. So you're going to fight yourself. We're not bringing out the raggedy version of Boyce. We're going to bring out the good Boyce. We're going to bring out the strong Boyce. We're going to bring out the intelligent Boyce. So you need to sit your ass in the corner and meditate. Think about what kind of man you need to be, and you go in there and you be that man. So somebody who loves you will fight the world for you. They will fight themselves for you, and they will fight all this racism for you. That's what I believe love is. Love is an action. Give me a yes if you agree. All right, so let me keep going. Hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. I promise I'd make this quick, so let me make it quick. All right. No, so number one, first rule is to invest, diversify. That's very important. Number two, you got to think long term. You got to think. Warren Buffett has a saying that says, if you're not prepared to own a stock for at least 10 years, you shouldn't own it for 10 minutes. So my belief is that you should prepare to invest for at least, say, 5 years. You can't judge a stock by the first 2 or 3 months. A lot of people will buy stock in February, and then if it ain't making money by June, they'll say, oh, that was a bad investment. That's not true. Some things take time to manifest. So give yourself some time. Number 3, know your risk tolerance. You got to know what you're ready for and what you're not ready for. There are different kinds of investments. All of them can be good depending on what kind of investor you are. There are super risky investments, and then there are low risk investments. So ultimately, you got to make sure that you're not signing up for something that's going to really stress you out. There are some investments that are not liquid, like, for example, investing in somebody's business or whatever. That's not going to get you your money right out. So I like liquid investments. I have a preference for liquidity. I like investments where I can get my money out real fast if I need to. I don't really like the investments where they're like, oh, we're going to hold your money for 5 years and then you'll get a return. I don't do that anymore. I do Short term, I do or more so not short term, but more so liquid, highly liquid investments that if I want to move that money out tomorrow, I can. I think that makes things more fun. And actually, the way I make my money, actually, most of my money is I sell stock options. A lot of people don't explore this, but this is a great way to make money if you know how to manage your portfolio. In fact, a lot of people are able to quit their jobs by doing this. And so if you want to actually take a look at the program we have where we talk about how to sell stock options and make income, feel free to go to drboyceprime.com. Prime stands for Passive Recurring Income Machine. And that is literally where we're changing lives by helping people to liquidate their stocks in a way that allows them to maintain ownership and still increase their income. And if you're a person that has been saving properly or investing properly, maybe you got money in your 401k or you've got access to capital through a HELOC or a family investment club, it's a great way to make money. In fact, if you have $50,000 to $100,000, a lot of people can make enough income to quit their jobs. So this is not hocus pocus. This, again, I'm not a financial influencer. I'm a finance professor. And so this is real stuff. So feel free to go to drboyceprime.com if you'd like to take a look. All right. So what else? With your investments, you want to, number three, the third rule would be to educate yourself. Make sure that, or sorry, that's the fourth rule. My apologies. Fourth rule is to always use investing as an educational opportunity. I believe in the constant consumption of financial information. If you are constantly taking in information and constantly learning as you're investing, then you're going to be a better investor. Give me a yes if you agree. If you are constantly learning, if you're constantly growing, if you're constantly evolving, then you're going to be better, because you're not just going to be better at investing and making money. You're actually going to start getting to the point where you just understand life better. I really believe that investing is life. Like, you're investing by listening to me right now. You could be twerking, you could be watching TV, you could be, hanging out at the club, you could be doing a million things, but you're listening to me. So you're investing, but you're just not investing money. You're investing time. So I encourage you to do that. Keep making investments. People who invest are the people who win. Those who don't invest don't do very well in life. Now, I see a comment here, Esto Jackson Jr. I don't know Esto, but man, I'm happy for you. He says, I am living proof that following Dr. Boyce's advice actually works in my case. My portfolio has gone from 1.16 to 1.3 million since January 2024. Woo! Good for you, brother. Good for you, man. Okay, ladies. So Esto Jackson is a millionaire. Y'all act like black men ain't nothing. I don't know if Esto's black or not. Maybe Esto, you a brother regardless, and I'm proud of you, man. So I love hearing stories like this, by the way. So if you have stories like this and you ever see me in public, or you get online and you have a story you want to share in the chat like Esto did, please do that, because this reminds me that it's worthwhile. It reminds me that somebody's listening. It reminds me that people are benefiting from the time that we're spending online. I do this every single day. And when I first started doing this, it was really hard. Back in 2006, when I first started, a lot of people didn't even believe black people could build wealth. A lot of people believe black people didn't have an interest in economics or money. And I fought them through tooth and nail. And I had to fight through a lot of people who just believe, who have a poverty mindset. I have to fight a lot of people who believe that it's a waste of time to talk about investing with black people and all this other stuff. And I've had people even tell me, you know what, you should just go talk to Asian people and Indian people and white people, because they're going to get it. They're going to want to do it because they have a mindset, right? And I don't believe that. I believe that we have people in our community that have the right mindset too. And so that's why I talk to you, and you're the ones I care about. And this is what's fun for me. So Esto, thank you for making my day, brother. I really appreciate you so much. And I'm very, very happy for you. And also, I want to change one little thing about Esto's comment. He says, following Dr. Boyce's advice. So first thing I'll say is I don't give financial advice, right? Like, I just, this isn't me telling you what to do. This is just me I might tell you what I do or what I would do, right? It's up to you to make that decision. You are the one who gave yourself advice, and you're the one who made those moves for yourself. So pat yourself on the back, brother. You did this. All right. So let's see. Esto has a question. He says, can you speak to how to transition to spending the fruits of your labor? I'm 67, and that is the issue I'm having trouble with. Yes, sir. I'm black, sir. Okay, great, man. Well, it's great to hear that you're black. But again, I always have to make it clear, like, I don't hate people who are not black. I just happen to love black people. A lot of people think that if you love black people, you hate everybody else. I don't think that's true. I think hate is a toxic energy. I think hate shows weakness. Hate shows it's an unproductive emotion, in my opinion. So don't waste time hating people. Spend that energy loving people, right? Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Love is your superhero. Love will conquer everything. If you fight for what you love, you're going to fight harder than fighting against something that you hate. So anyway, in terms of transition to spending the fruits of your labor. Maybe you could make a rule for yourself, Esto. I mean, since you got 1.6 million, brother, you could just maybe invest in some of these dividend paying stocks, some of these cash cows, the Coca-Colas. And actually, I have a list of stocks. I call them dividend monsters, actually. Let me see if I can find that list and I can actually put it in the chat. But anyway, on this list of dividend paying stocks, that might be a place for you to go that can allow you to get dividends and to just say, okay, I'm not going to cut down on the principal of my investment. I'm going to just spend the dividends, right? I'm just going to, take the dividend payments and use that for my income. Also, some people even invest right now, like in things like treasury bills and treasury notes because interest rates are higher. So you might be able to do that and give yourself like a decent income just by spending the interest that you receive on those investments. Also, remember, the best way to make money I've seen for someone that has a big capital base is the selling of stock options. If you do it carefully, it will make 10 times more money. I don't say 10 times, but a lot more money than you'd make, say managing real estate, stuff like that. Like, so for someone like you, Esto, with 1.6 million, you could literally do something really basic and take like a small part of your portfolio. And let's say that you went out and you bought, let's say you bought 1,000 shares of Meta stock. So 1,000 shares of Meta stock, you'd have to come up with about $225,000 to do that. Robinhood will loan you the other 50%, right? So pay attention now. If Esto has 1,000 shares of Meta stock, he can sell options on that Meta stock. Today is the 11th, so he could literally right now. These are real numbers. This is not me making numbers up. You could sell a call option on that stock with a strike price. The current price is $474. You could pick a strike price of $490. You could literally make $10,000 a month just by selling options every month on your Meta stock. Did you follow that? So literally, that's $120,000 a year Esto could make by simply taking some of his capital, not all of it, like just a little piece of it, that little 225,000, buying 1,000 shares of Facebook stock, selling call options every month with a really nice stock price to let the stock breathe. So that he still gets some of the upside and literally make 10 grand a month. And if he wanted to increase his income to 15 grand, that's easy to do. And that's what we do in the Prime program at drboyceprime.com. If you want to take a look, I give every week or every 2 weeks, actually, I give the students a list of what I call money makers of stocks that actually pay the highest income. Facebook is not the best. Meta is not at the top of the list, but Meta is more of a safer option. So the income's a little lower, but there's other companies where Esto could do that same strategy and make 20 or 25,000. And people don't believe me. They think it's crazy. They think it's, like, oh, you're making stuff up. And it's like, no, I have a PhD in this. Like, I'm a financial scientist. I can't just go make numbers up. These are real numbers. If you go into your Robinhood app right now, or whatever app you use, you will find these numbers. There's a real market with real value. And that's the other thing about value people don't understand is that an asset's value isn't what you think it should be. An asset's value is what it actually is. An asset's value isn't what you think it's worth. It's what it actually is worth, what someone's willing to pay for it. That's where stock prices come from. When they say that the price dropped, it's not because some people sat in a room and said, I think this stock is only worth $50 and they just announced that it's a $50 stock. No, the market tells you that. You understand? So when I gave Esto those numbers, when I said, yeah, Esto, you can make about $10,000 a month doing this simple strategy with Facebook or Meta stock, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't making numbers up. I was looking at numbers that are actually on the app that tell you what you could sell this for. Just like if somebody says, well, how much would these shoes go for? And someone says, oh yeah, they're worth $200 or whatever. Right. So long story short, Esto, you're in a sweet spot, brother. You are in such good shape. Your income could be whatever you want, and you could take a strategy like that without depleting your capital base. So you are the dream. You're the Black American dream. When people talk about, what they're, like Martin Luther King's dream or the dream of, or what freedom and liberation looks like for Black people. To me, freedom comes in the form of money. If you ain't got no money, it's hard to have freedom in America. That's my 2 cents. I don't know. Give me a yes if you agree with that. All right. So let me give you the fifth rule of investing. The fifth rule would be to keep your emotions in check. When you invest, a lot of people allow their emotions to cause them to make bad decisions. The two biggest emotions that harm you the most in investing are fear and greed. Fear and greed are the two emotions that destroy people's wealth. If you invest out of greed, then you're going to take unnecessary risks. I'm a pretty conservative investor. You're gonna end up putting yourself in bad positions, and a lot of the greed tends to kick in during times like now when the market's doing really well. Everyone's excited. Everyone thinks that they're gonna make a trillion dollars, and so they're throwing money at the market like crazy and buying into any crappy crypto out there, and that's gonna burn them. And then fear causes people to run away. As soon as the market starts dropping, they start getting scared and get shaky knees. And next thing you know, you're selling your stock cheap when you should have held on to the damn thing. And because if you'd held on to that $50 stock, it would, in many cases, it might grow into $100 stock, but you won't know because you quit before the stock had a chance to show you what its potential looked like. So this isn't true for every stock, but this has definitely been true through most crashes. During the pandemic crash, a lot of people sold their stock when it was cheap because they were scared. A lot of people made money from that. During the crash in 07, 08, that was a massive opportunity to buy and make a ton of money. A lot of people missed out on that because they walked away. So don't let your emotions drive your investing. Think about the long-term goal. Look at the big picture. That's extremely important. Now, one of the things that we do extensively is to help with this is we do free financial consciousness training every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern in the Black Business School. It's really, really good. You're going to love it. The live sessions are free. Now the recordings do have a fee that you can pay a small fee and get access to the recordings. So if you'd like to join us, just text the word morning to 87948, or you can also go to drboyceelevate.com. drboyceelevate.com is another place you can go if you want to sign up for Money in the Morning with Dr. Boyce. I guarantee you it's going to make a difference in your life. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't feel confident that I can give you something that's going to really affect you in a positive way. All right, so let's see here. Before I go, let me look at a couple more questions. Hit the thumbs up button, please. Charlene says, Dr. Boyce, I need help with understanding stocks and portfolio. I have an account with Robinhood, but small stocks. My money's not that long to invest. Okay. Well, one thing, again, you can join the free morning financial consciousness training. Now, if you want to do something specific in terms of stocks or understanding money, we do have something called Black Money 101. Blackmoney101.com is where you can go. You can take a look. It's an introduction to the power of money. In Black Money 101, there's probably, I want to say 80 to 100 lectures that I've done on various aspects of investing and wealth and understanding money. That's one place you can start. We also have the Black Stock Market program. So we have a few different things you can take a look at. So feel free to go to Black Money 101. That can get you started. Let's see here. Esto says, additionally, I make is that $500 or $5,000 in pension income and currently not taking my Social Security till I turn 70, which would be $4,000. I would do options thing, but I would leave money on. Yeah, Esto, you're good, man. You're good, Esto. And I think now make sure, Esto, that you have a good legacy plan. Like decide who is going to benefit 80 years from now from all the wealth that you've accumulated. Who's going to benefit 30, 40 years from now? And that's what I really want. Like I really want if you have children, I want them to benefit. If you don't have children and you've adopted children in your heart, that's fine too. If you have a charity that you want to benefit, remember you worked hard. You did the right things. You made good choices. So, and unfortunately, we know the reality, right? When we're 67, we're not 27 anymore. So that means that, and really even me at 52, like I've done extensive legacy planning because legacy planning is how I'm going to live forever, right? So Esto says he has a wife and kids and grandkids. Yeah, you got a lot of people to think about, man. So you are the patriarch of a multi-million-dollar corporation. You are the epitome of a strong, proud Black man. And I want you to carry that. I want you to just internalize that and just know you're the king. You've earned this, man. You have earned this. So as the king, then it's important for you to make proper plans and preparations for everybody else that's part of the kingdom, right? Actually, Esto's family, the crazy thing about life is that we all, men, we die younger than women do. Like I fully expect my wife to outlive me by about 20 years or so. And actually right now, a lot of people don't know this, but among the boomers, and Esto, I think Esto's a boomer. Among the boomers, they're right now experiencing the greatest wealth transfer in American history. Women are going to get probably 13-14 trillion dollars or more in wealth passed on to them from their husbands because the husbands tend to go before the wife does. But then the kids are going to get a multi-trillion-dollar wealth transfer to them. Right. So this is what's happening right now across the country. And so I really just encourage you guys, if you really want to have fun, sit down and really embrace the idea of estate planning and legacy planning, because, if you do it right, you can really take good care of people that that you love. And so one of the things we do in financial consciousness training that we cover extensively is we even talk about things like what is love? Like what does love really mean? And as I was explaining earlier, I was telling you guys, like, how can I love you if I don't make a plan for you? Like, how can I love you if I throw you out into extensive economic pain due to a significant lack of preparation? Like, how can I say I love you if you have to do a GoFundMe for my funeral because I didn't make a plan? I didn't get any insurance. So to me, what I tell our youngest, and I got to go after I do this, guys, because we're about to do some stuff in the Black Business School. But I told my daughter, I said, I love you so much that I'm going to be here with you whether I'm dead or alive. I love you so much that I'm going to protect you even if I'm not physically here to do that. I love you so much that I'm going to make sure that I put something in place so that you are going to be protected by me and God and everything else long after I'm gone. And I want you to remember that, right? And you do that by planning and preparing. You do that by thinking like an investor. Estate planning should be fun. It's not something you do because you're bored or because somebody's dying or because you just want to have a bad day. No, you do it because you want to live forever, right? So to me, that's the fun of wealth. That's what makes you a great man or a great woman. There aren't a lot of great people in the world, unfortunately. There are a lot of people who can't think about anybody other than themselves. They don't know what love really is because they never received it. They don't want to make a plan. They just want to go through hell and then react to all the pain that comes from a lack of planning. That's not the people I talk to. I talk to the people that want to be ready. So Esto, man, you got me going, brother. I appreciate you sharing that remark. I had no idea that you were able to benefit in that way. I'm super happy for you, and I'm happy for anybody else who's benefiting from anything that we're doing in this platform. Okay, guys. So anyway, I got to run. Please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you want to join us for morning financial consciousness training, just pull out your phone, text the word morning to 87948. Write that number down. Somebody type in the chat, text morning to 87948, and you can join for free. It's a free class, 7 days a week, every single day. Also, if you can't text, and let's say you live in another country, you can go to drboyceelevate.com. If you go to drboyceelevate.com, you can also sign up there for the free money in the morning financial consciousness training. We do that every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 days a week. The goal is to help you reach your economic potential and to make you as great as you can be. And last but not least, I want to make sure I mention an event that I'm going to be a part of. Jay Ortiz, who's a hip hop artist out of Philadelphia, is hosting something amazing called the Get Money Fest. And in the Get Money Fest, he's bringing together art and music and fashion with financial literacy. So he's having a big festival where the best artists, hip hop artists, regular artists, etc., are coming. The musical performances. He's got fashion experts, young Black fashionistas and whatnot that are bringing their stuff. And then he's also mixing that with financial literacy so that independent business people can learn how to succeed, right? So he invited me, he invited a bunch of other people that are coming in that have made lots of money and done really well. And so I'm going to be at the Get Money Fest. It's going to be May 18th in Philadelphia. You can go to getmoneyfest.com to get more information, but it's going to be May 18th in Philadelphia. And I don't have the address though with me, but if you go to getmoneyfest.com, you can find it there. All right, guys, I'm out of here. God bless you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was nice to see you. And Yashika, it's great to see you again, girl. I hadn't seen you for such a long time because I couldn't get on the Facebook thing, but I finally figured it out. So I look forward to seeing you again. Have a good day, everybody. God bless you. Peace.